Hello, thank you for joining us on ERi-TV for our English news broadcast. Today is Thursday, 13th of June 2024. Here are stories making headlines. Message of condolences. Public diplomacy activities by Diaspora nationals. Buenos Aires rocked by clash over reforms. Greece shut Acropolis cool as it braced for 43 degrees Celsius heatwave. President Isaias Afwerki has extended his deepest condolences to Mr. Lazarus Chakwera, President of Republic of Malawi. This follows the tragic plane crash that claimed the lives of Dr. Saulos Chilman, Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, along with other government officials and personalities. President Isaias Afwerki expressed his sincere sympathies on behalf of the government and people of Eritrea, as well as on his own behalf to President Lazarus Chakwera, the government, and the people of Republic of Malawi and families of deceased. Eritrean nationals in US and Saudi Arabia have conducted public diplomacy activities. At a seminar organized in New York, Mr. Birhane ገብረሕይወት, chargé d'affaires at the Eritrean embassy, provided an extensive briefing on the current situation in Eritrea. Mr. Birhane highlighted that due to the strong resilience and steadfastness of its people, Eritrea currently stands at a promising stage preserving its peace and stability. Mr. Birhane further stated that the fourth front of Eritrean diaspora has emerged victorious against external hostilities by consolidating unity and strong resilience. He called on the nationals to take advantage of the opportunities being provided and participate in national development programs. In related news, Eritrean communities in the cities of Jazan, Khamis Mushait, and Al Namas in Saudi Arabia held meetings to discuss the current situation and strengthen their connection with their homeland through enhancing unity and organizational capacity. The participants engaged in extensive discussion on the reports presented and elected 15-member executive committee in each city. They also expressed their commitment to preserving peace and stability in their homeland and staying true to the expectations of the martyrs. International Blood Donation Day was observed in the port city of Massawa, Northern Red Sea region on 11th of June under the theme Let's Share Life Through Blood Donation. Mr. Tewolde Tesfazgi, chairman of the National Blood Donors Association branch in the region, stated that over the past 8 years, the association has been actively engaged in raising public awareness and understanding of the importance of blood donation in saving lives, as well as increasing the number of voluntary blood donors. He noted that due to sustained and strong awareness-raising activities, the number of voluntary blood donors is steadily increasing. Dr. Zamwi Mekonnen, medical director at the Massawa Hospital, provided an extensive briefing on the benefits and importance of voluntary blood donation. He emphasized that beyond spiritual satisfaction, voluntary blood donation has also significant health benefits for donors. Mr. Rezene Fissaha, Director General of Social Service in the region, called for an integrated effort to increase the number of blood donors at the level in the region. The event was highlighted by cultural programs commemorating the day. The Eritrean Cycling Championship 2024 has commenced today with an individual time trial at the Maidiminit area. In the time trial race covering 36 kilometers, Emmanuel Gebreexabher, a member of Team Little Trek, won the gold medal by finishing the race in 43 minutes 32 seconds and 29 milliseconds. Henok Mulubраhan and Binyam Girmay followed, winning the silver and bronze medals respectively. In the women's category, defending champion Adiam Dawit from the Eritrean Defense Force won the individual time trial. Milena Yafet from Denden Club and Susanna Fsahaye from Defense Force won second and third place respectively. The paracycling competition was also held in highly competitive manner. The World Cycling Championship 2024 is scheduled to take place on Saturday, 19th of June. Those were local news updates. Stay tuned for international news. Argentina's Senate has narrowly approved President Javier Milei's controversial economic reform package, with the vote taking place as violent clash raged between protesters, riot police outside Congress. Demonstrators in Buenos Aires, who say the measure will hurt millions of Argentines, threw petrol bombs and stones, setting cars alight. A number of people were reported injured, with local media describing the scene yesterday as battlefield. The reforms aimed at reviving the country's flagging economy, including declaring a state of economic emergency, cutting pensions, and watering down labor rights. Mr. Milei, a right-wing economist, was elected in the midst of deep economic crisis, which he is still struggling to stem after 6 months in office. Annual inflation is currently close to 300%, while more than half of Argentines are now living in poverty. Mr. Milei's shock measures are opposed by leftist political parties, labor unions, and social organizations. But the motion, which was initially tied 36-36 in Senate, was preliminary passed yesterday after the head of the chamber, Vice President Victoria Villarruel, broke the tie. For those Argentines who suffer, who wait, who do not want to see their children leave the country, my vote is affirmative, Mrs. Villarruel said after breaking the tie. The 328 article bill will now be surveyed point by point before its expected full approval today. Greece had shut the site of ancient Acropolis to tourists, closed schools, and stationed medics across Athens as it faced the first heat wave of summer. Temperatures were expected to hit 43 degrees Celsius yesterday and today in parts of Mediterranean country, driven by southerly winds bringing hot air and dust from North Africa. The Acropolis Hill, which includes the Parthenon Temple and is one of the world's most famous archaeological sites, was closed from noon to 5 p.m. yesterday, and Red Cross staff handed out bottles of water to tourists. Many primary schools and nurseries across the country have been told to close for 2 days. Greece is one of the European countries most affected by the climate crisis. Last year, rising temperature, fueled deadly wildfire, and erratic rain caused some of the worst flooding on record, both of which damaged crops and livelihoods. Before we go, we have a quick recap of the top stars. Message of condolences. Public diplomacy activities by Diaspora nationals. Buenos Aires rocked by clash over reforms. Greece shut Acropolis schools as it races for 43 degrees Celsius heat wave. And that wraps up our news broadcast for now. Thank you for watching.